You played in a lot of these comps as well at a high level. It's really taxing on the body. A lot of these kids have probably played 7 round games, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and it comes down to this final moment here in the grand final. One team's going to take away with the big win.
It's certainly going to be an interesting game, but I tell you what, you find some more energy when there's a grand final on offer.
So it will be the South West Queensland Swans who have the first possession here in the 16 boys grand final. All on the line here to see who's going to walk away national champions. A little set piece here, a little late ball at the line, but it is going to be a touch and pass penalty. And threw a couple of questions there, Otto, on the off the tap off there. The South West Queensland Swans just got a little bit misdirected there coming in towards the back end of the set.
Yeah, a lot of players in motion there, so Brisbane did very well to, in the end, defend that.
Nice transition for them as they come over the halfway line. Matters switches in. He'll get himself into a position where he can go from half, comes off the right foot, almost slicing in between defenders, and that late ball, looping ball, that if it didn't go forward, it was going to be late. There might have been a touch there, but geez, as we saw, Swans threw questions out. That's a pretty good first set there from Brisbane as well.
Yeah, Flynn Matters is a player I know well. I played Div 1 with him in Brisbane, so one to look out for sure.
Swans down the right-hand side of the field as changes come onto the park, but a little bit of miscommunication from them there. Might be a little bit of early grand final jitters as well. And they'll give the ball back to the Brisbane team in a really good position here to attack and search for first points here in this grand final. Outside the 7, full set of 6 for them as Matters controlling things for Brisbane. Plays it in the 7, receives it back, comes off the left foot, stretches out. They're going to say touched. It was pretty close from the Brisbane team, almost getting opening points. Matters pumps it. This time they come around to the sweeper. Campbell receives it. One of the Brisbane players just losing footing. Good hands, though, to pick that one up. Nicholas Streeter takes it, but good cover defence from the Swans as well.
Good press there. Coming off the line now, the Swans.
Nice work putting the ball through the hands. Just be looking to complete this set after turning it over last time they were transitioning out of their end of the field. Sliding across field as they turn it back on the inside. Let's work off the left foot. Late pop out, play out the back. You see a touch and pass penalty. Cobras will restart towards the middle of the field as they put the ball through the hands nice and early. The right hand side to Nicholas Streeter, who will follow the play and dish from acting half. Nice roll forward here from the Cobras. Chad Byrne, he'll play it outside the 7. It's Kalis Brown working with Chad Byrne in the midfield. Brown plays it, steps in, holds the ball in 2 hands, has a dive to the line, last touch.
Playing short early, the Cobras getting in close and having a crack at that line, trying to drag the defence in. Open up for a long ball a little bit later.
A good defensive set there from the Swans. Getting more attacking pressure coming from the Brisbane team. Now they put the ball through the hands yet again. This is the cleanest start to their set. Now they just have to wait for the changes to come on. Just stifles their attack a little bit as they get over the halfway line now, and it's the last touch. Scott going across field, flicks it back inside. We'll get the penalty. Touch and pass. And restart for Brisbane. They've started their sets in pretty good field position. South West Queensland really struggling to try and get deep down the other end of the field at the moment.
And there's
this will
an
help
error.
them.
Yeah, definitely.
Crowd getting up and about as well. There might be a few Brisbane Cobras supporters in front of us here. Getting nice and vocal for their team. Not too happy with the call. Definitely an error in the play the ball for them. Good opportunity here for the Swans. With their best so far. Try and chase opening points in this game. 16 boys grand final. Tylen Madden plays it. Look for a little wraparound play. Looping ball left to right. Good cover defence out there from the 7, Jackson Streeter. Swans come back towards the midfield. Bailey Deacon just happy to finish it off in the corner. Keeps them on their side of the field at least. They couldn't capitalise on the field position that they had. Brisbane restart on the 7-metre line. Didn't really progress too far on the first touch as Andrews puts the ball through the hands. Kalis Brown And make his way into the interchange area as the changes flow on here for Brisbane. Richter gets them towards the halfway line. Zach Grand looping ball out here to the right-hand side. And on the flip side, it's the Brisbane Cobras that time around, not getting too far down the other end, and a pretty good place to start here for the Swannies.
Yeah, the Swannies really earned their field position defensively that set, so let's see if they can. And there we go, there's another error.
Yeah, and the play the ball, and even if he got it down cleanly, there wasn't an acting half within Kui. A little bit of space there for the 24. Warmer here. Javen Andrews, who's been influential for the Brisbane team out there, looking a little bit jittery
really
here.
Hitting a hole there. Standing back.
Richter offloads it as Andrews looks to sweep around the back, gets it, goes left to right. A little bit of space out here. Good one-on-one battle and a nice touch made as well. Brady Ford getting the job done for the Swans. Nice opening first touch from Ford as well. Deacon goes across field. He'll receive the football here and go towards the substitution box. Yet again, as the changes will come on. Nice little ball out the back. Gets them on the front foot. Nice meters there from McGrath. They'll be looking to get a clean play to ball coming into the last touch. They've got players out the back. Big rip, but just out in front. The outstretched hands there of Brady Ford. Yet again, better set though from the Swans coming around, particularly coming out of the interchange area.
Yeah, really rolled on to their attack. There was a good interchange from rucking into their on attack there, so something they would hope they can keep up.
Good defensive pressure coming in as well, as Brisbane are making changes, but they will get the penalty. Players offside, so while they were showing their intent, and it was a little bit of heavy contact in the play the ball as well. A little bit of push off the ball and getting a little bit testy out there, the boys.
Yeah, getting the excitement right up.
Flynn Matters just losing his footing. A bit awkward, gets back to his feet, which is good to see. Campbell plays it in the 7. Matters, early ball, sniping coming up. And that's good defence when they were a little bit closer to the line. It just gave the Swans the opportunity to come up and put that pressure on. And it is Eckert, my apologies, in the number 21 for Brisbane. There's Campbell in the 2, comes up and makes the first touch. Ooh, looping ball, a little bit of pressure out there. A couple of nervous moments for the Swans to start this game. Now it's the South West Queensland team struggling as the changes come onto the field. This will be the last touch for them, and again, another little bobble in the play of the ball. They just haven't quite worked themselves into the game yet. They've had a couple of moments where they've gotten down the other end, but in the majority of their sets, they're still struggling to get forward, and they're coming up with a few little errors in the play of the ball.
Yeah, that's it. They're trying to build momentum both sides, and the little errors that they're costing themselves is costing them. So if they can get that out of the game and one team really take control here, we might see the scoreboard.
Oh, quick phase play close to the try line. There's players running into each other, players falling over all over the place. There's a bit of communication between the on-field referee and sideline. I think they'll come back to a penalty midfield for the Brisbane Cobras. We have a look at the replay here. Matters dishing. Marginal ball from half. Brown comes back. Good play the ball though from Matters. And they go to phase. There's a little bit going on there. Matters now look to attack the line yet again. Still no score on the paint away scoreboard. Locked up at 0-0. There's going to be another penalty here to Brisbane. Second penalty within the 7 metre zone. So South West Queensland need to be on their toes here. They give another one away. They'll be without a player. Brisbane could have a 6-on-5 advantage. Out ball to Andrews. A little bit of footwork. Good defence. Forces them back. Touch made from Samuel Shepherd. Brown holds it, shows to go and tries to slip in underneath. Touch is made. So Matters, Andrews, and Brown all working in the midfield here for Brisbane. Andrews goes early release. Space out there, a little bit of work to do, but it is opening points to the Brisbane Cobras here in the 16 boys grand final. And Jackson Streeter gets the opening points.
Yeah, had the better of the attacking football at the moment, Brisbane, so a lot of pressure there for South West. They did quite well to repel for a few sets, but unfortunately for them, they've just let one in there in the corner.
This one is off the restart. Put the ball through the hands on the first touch. Coming across field, Jake Jury receives the ball back here. We'll take the next one forward. Looking to get some attacking shape towards the back end of this set from the restart. Drury plays it. A little short ball through the middle, and that's a good touch. Coming across there. Marley in the 13 making the touch there for the Cobras. Skipping across field on the first touch as well. Changes here for Brisbane. Onto the park. Gilbert Marino rolls forward. Chadburn does the same. Last touch. Brown. Numbers out here on the right-hand side. They try to flick it in over the top. Created a half little opportunity, but good pressure coming in from the Swans there. Shut that final play down. Whoa. It's happened here on the first touch. Good contact. Oh, Rogers coming in. He'll take the restart as well. A little bit more pleasant that time around.
Good chance to build a bit of pressure here for the Swans. They're starting in the half of the Cobras, so see if they can put something together.
It's footwork from Lachlan McGrath. Cobras come back to shut it down. McGrath will play it. They will get a penalty. Finally a bit of pressure. And we haven't seen the Cobras had too much defensive pressure down this end of the field. Repeat sets so far in this grand final. Let's see if the Swans can take advantage. Deacon, beautiful left to right. Good scramble defence. And coming across, Jackson Streeter, the try scorer for the Cobras. Getting it done on the defensive end as well. Bit of footwork here from Jury. Comes back midfield. Locks back up with Deacon.
Just need a little bit of direction here, South West. Someone need to put their hand up, take control.
Deacon gets it. Rips long. Space out here. Good finish in the corner as well, but the touch has been made. Nicholas Streeter this time around. Getting on the bike. Good effort though from Noah Rogers as well. Good little battle between the two wingers on this left-hand side of the field.
Very good touch. Very, very good touch.
And the Swannies will just rip it over the sideline. Finish off their set. So enterprising play there from the Swans as we have a look at the replay. Yeah, on the boot. As the ball is coming down. Brown, good meters. And offloads as well. A little bit of space. Cover defence coming across. Gardy there looking elusive for Brisbane. Matters comes back in towards the midfield. Ecott linking back up with Flynn. Campbell will play it. Hovering around the 7 metre line here, Brisbane. They play it. Campbell, long ball, Matters. Oh, beautiful finish as well. Had to take it behind him, spin around to get towards the line. That's back-to-back tries for the number 7, Jackson Streeter. And that is one for the highlight reel. Did a great job. That's a classy finish as well. Had work to do.
Yeah, very nice little twirl. Like you said, caught it behind him. Knew where the line was, turned around and just planted.
Good start here, Brisbane in the 16 boys final. They're up by 2 over the South West Queensland Swans on the Pain Away scoreboard. Swans will be looking to hit back here off the restart. Haven't been able to trouble the scoreboard as of yet. Shepherd diving at the line on the final play for this set. One to go here for the Swans. Do they have a crack? Skipping away, almost getting through. Wraith and Scott on the final play. To dive and make the touch there. In defence, Brisbane. Coming up now and trying to put pressure on. They're doing a pretty good job in the first couple of touches here, the Swans. It's Grant. Goes forward. Richter as well. Flat ball. Richter comes off the right foot. A little bit of space out here on the left-hand side of the field. Nice little switch in. Streeter spins around again. Pops it over the top. They're still in possession here. The Cobras now. They'll finish the play off. He is very entertaining out there on the left-hand side. Geez, he doesn't mind a little pirouette and a dipsy doodle.
And you know, with a mullet like that, he should be able to do those things. So.
Oh. Might have magical powers. It's all working for him. He cannot do anything wrong at the moment. And the Cobras, they can't do much wrong either. The Swans coming up with an error, giving the Cobras possession back, and they're straight back on the attack here, Brisbane. A change coming onto the park. Kalis Brown will Sweep around the back, just coming onto screen now. Carmen Andrews, ball in hand. Shapes it, links up with Brown, who steps out. Gets on the out. Beautiful move there from Brisbane. And Andrews and Brown working together. And that was a good coaching decision as well. They pulled one of their players off, sent Kalis Brown on there, and he came up with the dividends.
Yeah, it looked like a little delayed punish or a bit of a bounce there. On the replay we see, and yeah, in the end just walks over.
So it's a handy margin of 3 tries now on the Painaway scoreboard in the grand final, but still plenty of footy to play here, but they're rattled, the Swans. Deakin losing possession. Still about 4.5 to go here in the first half. Brisbane right in control of this game at the moment as Matters comes off the right foot, 6-1 over the top. Defensive read, but it is going to be a penalty. Players offside. Crowd, they're up and about. A full set of 6 here for Brisbane, attacking the line. Matters receives it back, looks to go early, loses his footing.
Dangerous little period here for the Swans. Don't want to go down by 4 and leading into half time, so really got to step up and make some good touches here.
Brown and Andrews back working together as well on the attack. Andrews comes back, plays it, receives it, holds it, goes short to Matters, just went behind his shoulder. Tough ball to take, relieving error there for the Swans, but again on touch 1, they're going to go back to the mark with Madden. And Deakin now having to grit the teeth to go forward. Thomas Fry doing the same. A little bit of contact off the ball between the 2 players. They play on upfield. Drury. Numbers out here on the right-hand side. The Swans, big touch yet again. Jackson Streeter on the left.
Having a fantastic game.
Oh, he's probably the best player out on the field so far for the Cobras team. And finally, the Swans get a little bit of a relieving mistake there from the Cobras. And as the Cobras are getting their players onto the field, they look to progress the football through the hands. They'll hold up the play now. They got a substitution player coming onto the field as well. Penalty for not moving forward. Still time here for the Swans. Full set of 6 attacking the line. Good touch made. Jake Drury come back to the 7-metre line. 2.5 to go here in the first half of the 16 boys grand final. Drury plays it just shy of the 7. Look to go wraparound play short. They'll get another repeat set. Samuel Shepherd pushing the pass, coming off one of the Brisbane defenders. Shepherd again, linking up with Wilmot. Ball out in front. Forced to retrieve. Scott comes back towards the midfield. Cobras looking comfortable in defence so far in this set. Wilmot from half. Madden sweeps around the back. Going to get through there. 3 Cobras defenders ready to answer the call. Shepherd plays it. Wilmot, last one now here for the Swans. They go short and fast to Caden Wilmot. And that is a really good defensive set there for Brisbane. They look comfortable.
Yeah, really well done. They all turned up. They got a repeat set against them and just grit their teeth and got the job done there.
Nice little pop-out play to Andrews. Just gets them back on the front foot now as Brown does a great job coming into the last. Andrews picks up and goes. Beautiful right to left. Space out here again. Streeter takes him on one-on-one, but the touch is made. Noel Rogers he gets the job done this time around.
It's really what you want from Brisbane too. Defend your line, get up the other end and put pressure on the Swans now.
Under a minute left to go now in the first half. A bit of pressure here from Brisbane, forcing the Swans to go backwards. They're flat. The pass is flat there as well to Deakin, who gets himself into half. Scoops, picks up and goes. Created a little bit of space and numbers out here on the left-hand side of the field. Final pass doesn't stick. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be in a good position to get themselves down the other end of the field and maybe have one last crack before the halftime break here, Brisbane. As Andrews just trudges upfield. Richter switches in. Kalis Brown. Andrews gives it back to Brown. Sends it left to right and a nice little dive in the corner. Good touch though from Charlie Aston. Clock's about to wind down. They're going to get one last final play. Little short ball and a nice touch there from Deacon. He's trying to rev his boys up going into the halftime break, but it's all Brisbane Cobras in this one. And they lead 3-0 going into the halftime break. That was a pretty impressive performance there in the first half from the Cobras.
Yeah, definitely. They didn't have a lot of pressure early on their line, but when the Swans found that field possession, Cobras turned up and like we said, they got the job done and got it up the other end.
It's going to take a big effort here from the South West Queensland Swans to get themselves back into this grand final. They're currently down on the Pain Away scoreboard by 3 tries. Brisbane with the advantage going into the halftime break. We're going to take a break ourselves and come back with all the second half action here in the 16 boys grand final. Coming into the second half, but anything can happen in 20 minutes of footy. I'm sure the Swans, they're going to throw everything out on the line here in this second 20 minutes. But the Cobras, they've got one foot in the door here of claiming the National Youth Championships in the 16 boys division. Let's see how they start the second half here with their first possession. There's Andrews and Kalis Brown, who combined so well in the first half. That ball ripped out in front there of Nick Streeter. Will be a forward pass. So it might have been one element that the Swans might have said to start the game. No points to start, and they've managed to do that.
Yeah, first job done there for the Swans. So number 2, get up the other end and see if they can put Brisbane under some pressure.
Noah Rogers just has to come back towards the mark, plays it right on the halfway line. Go a little bit more expansive this time. Space out there on the left-hand side of the field. Take the touch and come back now, more centralised towards the midfield. As Deacon will get himself into half, picks up and goes. Just rips left to right and just forces a little one-on-one battle. Not too much Noah Rogers could have done about that one. Contact on the first touch from the Swans and forces the mistake as well.
Exactly what South West were after.
Yeah, they haven't got their full complement on here. Oh, diving into the line. That is pretty close. And the on-field referee, Matt Prendergast, is going to have a little chat. Wow. That was very close.
Yeah, could have gone either way, that one, I think.
Tyler Madden, the Swannies. Why not having a dink on the first? Deacon, they got numbers out there on the left-hand side. Deacon chooses to hold it. They will receive a penalty. More pressure here for the Cobras. Good start here for the Swans for the second half as we see the replay. Wow. Deacon, right foot, does it himself, gets away, and that is exactly what the Swans needed. They have started in great fashion here in the second half, and it was just that pressure coming off mistakes from the Storm. And Bailey Deacon, who's one of their men, we spoke about him at the halftime break. He might be the man to spark them and get them back into the game, and that's what he's done here.
Yeah, good footwork there from Bailey, just a little one-on-one effort. And like you said, that's what South West are after. So if they can build on that.
3-1 on the Pain Away scoreboard, and the Swans first to score here in the second half. Brisbane looking to hit back off the restart and just keep that 3-try margin. Nice defence, forcing Andrews to come back. Plays it outside the 7, receives it, comes off the right foot. Oh, almost getting it done. Touch has been made there. Lachlan McGrath. Dangerous ball in hands there. Javen Andrews. Through the hands they go on touch 1, and the Swans. Shepherd offloads from half. Lucido goes forward and heads over into the interchange area. Braithen Scott gets moving forward. Thomas Fry plays it. Deacon back out onto the field. Tries to squeeze in between 2 defenders. Touch made by John Eakett. On the sideline. On the first touch, Eakott takes another hit up. This is a touch 3 here for the Cobras. Going to get themselves in a pretty good position at the back end of this set. Kalis Brown out on the field as well. will get himself into half. Here he goes, picks up and goes, takes on the short side, and Deacon, casual as you like, just stretches the hand out and makes the touch. Nice job defensively as we have a look at the replay. Brown skipping across. Deacon. Did he get it back onside? Referees were happy. Here he is again, rolling over the halfway line for the Swans.
It's slow in the half there. A little bit of end-to-end going on at the moment. There's only been the one error, so both teams will be pretty happy with their start.
Looping ball and taken. 7. Who else? Jackson Streeter. Taking that ball. Might have been able to just let it drop it down on the ground, but that's not how they roll, the Streeter boys.
No, you want to touch zero on that one.
So Campbell gets him over the halfway. He caught back out onto the field. Matters tries to pick up and go. That's good defence there. Brayton Scott in the midfield for the Swans. The changes will now come on the field. And again here for South West. Nice footwork, getting them on the front foot. Recompressed in the midfield here, the Swans, they got a little pop-out play because they were a little bit tight. They didn't have too much room to move. Now they're stacked on the left-hand side. This time, just dipping away. Did it come off one of the Cobras players? They're going to say ball down. A relief there. Contact on the first touch. Changes coming here for Brisbane. Meters again. Island Jansen down the left-hand side of the field. Andrews directing traffic. Pop out play. It's a good job to reel that one in. Richter plays it. Andrews, left foot. Ooh, touch made. Yes. Had to be made there on Zach Grant. Oh, Rogers coming in. It's a nice line run by Grant.
A little bit of a difference in the sides at the moment is Brisbane pick up and they have people hitting holes, whereas South West, they're just a bit flat. Not really punching into that gap and offering something for the ball player.
Pop out. They're coming back midfield. Last touch here for the Swans. Scott having to dance. Big looping ball. They continue on. Always squeezing in between defenders there. Lachlan McGrath. Turn the ball back over. Yeah, quite a tight battle now between the two teams. This ball movement as the Cobras go over the halfway line. Chadburn, no half in place here for Brisbane. Play on is the call. Chadburn will play it again. Gets good contact coming to the last touch. It's going to be too much for the referee's liking. That penalty hurts coming into fifth touch. They did a pretty good job to control things there throughout that set.
Yeah, absolute coach killer. The penalty on fifth touch.
Brown off the left foot. Oh, half a second there. I thought they were going to point to the spot. Caleb Brown, Andrews, Richter it. Little mistake in the play of the ball. Swans coming out of their end of the field now. They go across field with Wilmot. Over the halfway looking for a no-touch penalty. Rogers.
It's 7 on for a while there, South West.
Here they come. Deacon picks up. Beautiful scoop. A little bit of space in front of him. Does a good job trying to throw it over the top of the shoulder. And they created the space and the numbers, and there's going to be ball down yet again. But Deacon, he is starting to really get himself into the game, and he's looking dangerous.
Yeah, he's obviously the go-to there, so the boys have just got to be clear in what they want and set it up for the lad.
Oh, I think this might go against Brisbane here. Oh, the Brisbane player with a little bit of extra contact coming into the play of the ball. As we can see, Marley Wanu Ngati on screen. Bit perplexed with the call. The penalty to the Southwest. Important set for them here. They can score. Deacon sends it back inside. Tyler Madden caught in possession. Get that margin back down to 1. They will get a penalty and another full set of 6 to attack. Deacon, ball in hands. Madden gives him early ball. Back to Madden, puts the ball in one hand. Good touch made, Brody Campbell. Touches to come here for the Swans. As Madden will play it. They go down the short side. Madden off the right foot, looking for Faze. They get it down. Oh, looping over the top. Bit of space out here on the right-hand side. They're going to give it. Wow. How did they sneak down that right-hand side of the field? Brody Ford with work to do. At the phase play, they look like they're only 30 centimetres away from the try line. As we have a look here on the replay, talk us through this one, Otto.
Well, I'm seeing this and I'm thinking it's left, and he's done everyone there, and it's a great finish in the corner.
Just no room to work with, just loops it over the top. On the outside, the touch was claimed there from Nick Streeter. Referees were both on the spot. Ball down first, and all of a sudden the Swannies down by 1. 3-2 on the Painaway scoreboard. And they've got one touch to make here. Oh, Brown just goes straight into the in-goal area, so it left to right. Good scramble defence, though. Alarm bells there. For a quick second from the Swans.
Yeah, very loose in the middles there, the boys. They'll be looking to fix that.
Good opening couple of touches here for South West. Madden sends it out. He'll have a quick breather after setting the last try up for South West Queensland. Coming across field. Was it played square? Play on's the call. Thomas Fry. Now skipping off the left foot. Space into the in-goal area. Looks for support. Fry's back there in support. They're trying to claim the touch with Andrews. Referees will just take their time here to have a little chat. Have the Swans locked it up? They're going to give it all clear. Yes, they have. Wow, all of a sudden, 3 tries in a row for the Swannies. Let's have a look. This is very close.
Likewise with the Cobras, they're just too loose in the middle, and well, the ref was in the perfect position to make the call, whether it was down or touch.
Yeah, it was Braithen Scott there getting into the in-goal area, just basketball passing it back. It's tough to see. Thomas Fry gets the point, though. Down the other end, we see Flynn Matters getting in between, but the touch is made. Oh, boy, it's starting to really heat up now between these two teams. Chasing the national title here in the 16 boys. That's gone forward. A big left, or right to left, I should say. Javen Andrews. And he knows that was half a chance. Just couldn't quite get the execution of the pass to get it to come backwards. The Swans, what a fight back.
Yeah, big job for Brisbane ahead now. The Swans definitely have the momentum, so some of Brisbane got to stand up. Follow me, boys, and change this tide.
Swannies back in possession as well. Lucido plays it. No numbers out here on the right-hand side. Good awareness in defence there from Brisbane just to come up and shut that play down. They had nothing going on, the Swans. Good opening meters as well for Nagati on the first touch. It's Campbell. It's the Cobras over the halfway line. Chadburn
missed it.
On the run. Brown picks up. Brown loops over the top, and Campbell gets caught in possession on the last 7.5 to go here in the 16 boys grand final. Meters from Braithen Scott. He set up the last try for the Swans. Nice option for them to come out on the right-hand side of the field with Noel Rogers. Deacon is back out onto the park as well. Scott sends it back midfield. A little bit flat. They need to straighten up the point of attack, which is exactly what they do now with McGrath. Scott over the top. Deacon trying to flick it over the top. Couldn't connect up there with Noah Rogers. Cobras on the first touch. Campbell in the hard yards. The changes flow around the back. Bahiva picking up good meters. Gani gets away from one. Got themselves set up nicely here towards the back end of the set. Andrews holds, pumps, comes off the fingertips. They're going to get another repeat set here. The Brisbane Cobras. 6.5 on the clock.
Crowd hanging on every play at the moment. It's very noisy down there.
There's a huge crowd just below us. You probably see a few shots on the far side. A lot of people watching on the hill as well. And at the in-goal area, it's great. Crowd coming in to watch finals here at the National Youth Championships. I hope everyone's enjoying the coverage at home as well on KO Sports. Andrews, they go away from him this time. Beautiful. Oh, the final pass just wasn't there. It just looked like it had a little bit too much mustard on it. Just needed to be a simple ball. They got the 2-on-1. It was a beautiful play. Too much and out in front. Ooh, is that a big moment in the grand final? That's one that's gone begging there for the Cobras.
Definitely has. That wind is very strong by the sounds of it out there too, so they've got to be aware of that when they're throwing along these Cobras boys.
Big looping ball now from the Swans. Happy to put it through the hands. Scott now is touched. Deacon. They play out the back as the changes come on the field. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble as well. They're looking a little bit disjointed this set. Out in front, Madden holds it, and they make the touch. Brown finishes it off. Has to come back towards the mark there. Nicholas Streeter. Kalis Brown takes the second touch forward. Campbell, all in two hands as Flynn Matters makes his way back out onto the field. John Eakert is coming on in the back as well. Andrews, left foot, players offside, they play on. It's out in front of here for Matters. That's a huge touch on the bootlaces. Lachlan McGrath. We have a look at the replay. Andrews getting away from one. Yeah, jeez, just got it done.
Fantastic reach.
Penalty here for South West. 4.5 minutes to go. 3 unanswered tries in the second half from the Swans. After the Cobras went into the halftime break, 3-0 up. The Swans in the second half, levelling the score. Here in the 16 boys grand final. Are we headed to Bristol Paints extra time? Still a stack of time on the clock though. Let's see how this one plays out as Deacon goes short. Good defence on the line from the Cobras.
Nice and calm there. That's what you want in these moments.
Good start to their set. Matters gets them to the edge of their interchange area. Gardy takes another one forward. Brown's back out onto the park as well. He's had a great game for Brisbane. Comes off the left foot. Throws a nice ball. A little bit of space out here in front for the Cobras. Streaking away to the corner. Touch has been made again. Claim. Braithen Scott, the 2 number 8s, going one-on-one there. Gilbert Marino had all the space to work with, but that is a good recovery there from Braithen Scott.
Yeah, he had to get on his bike there, didn't he, Scotty? So, really good touch.
As we see in the replay again, Coz Brown. Beautiful ball. That is a great touch. Huge touch in a grand final. As we see the flick back inside. Can't be connected. The penalty will come. Cobras, they were ready to go. The guard is still ready to go. Finally taps it. We'll come over to the edge of the box, and there's a little mistake, but it is from the South West Queensland Swans. Jake Jury getting in the ruck. 2.5 to go now. Is this the set for Brisbane? Can they come up with points? Andrews casually rolls forward. Richter in the half, goes early ball to Andrews. Comes off the right foot, loses his footing.
Opportunity there, just like you said, lost his footing.
One touch to make here for the Swans. Andrews goes low and flat. We'll flick out the back, and the Swans come in and shut it down. 2 minutes left on the clock. Locked up at 3 tries apiece on the Paint Away scoreboard. Who can take this game by the scruff of the neck? Over the halfway line, the Swans go, coming across field and picking up good metres in the end. Cobras on the back foot a little bit here as Fry skips across again. They're getting to within the 7-metre zone. This is the last touch. Deacon picks up, has a little bit of time on his hands, gets into the in-goal area and links up with Madden. And Bailey Deacon, well, they just held off him too long and he took full advantage. 1 minute 20 left on the clock and the Swans have gone up in front.
Just looked like they lost each other there, the Cobras. Not sure who was doing what, and could have been one of 3 try scorers there.
And now they've come up with a mistake, and it was... Oh, referees are having a quick chat. My apologies, Samuel Shepherd was the try scorer for the South West Queensland Swans to get them up in front. 50 seconds, there's a little bit of confusion out here in the midfield. It is a penalty, though, to the Brisbane Cobras. 45 seconds left, and the Swans, they're going to lose a player potentially here for substitution. Off to the side, Wilmot goes. They've got the player advantage here, Brisbane. 6 players against 5. The Swans now get their complement back. The Swans, they're trying to manage the clock and hold Brisbane out. They're doing a pretty good job, but there's still plenty of time left on the clock here. 20 seconds. Matters. Back to Ecott. Brown sweeps, comes off the left foot. The touch has been made. They've got to get back to the 7 and play it. 10 seconds left on the clock here. The Swans up by 1. Can they hold on? 5 seconds. Might be the last play here for Brisbane. They got to play it. No, it's all over. The Swans are going to do it. They've won the 16 boys grand final in dramatic fashion. Down 3-0 at halftime. They come back and put 4 tries on in the second half to claim the title. What a performance.
Unbelievable. That's just absolute heart from the Swans there. Down 3, like you said, to get up in the end. Congratulations, boys.
What a win. Well, they will remember that for years to come. That is a fantastic grand final performance. You got to give credit, though, to the Brisbane Cobras. They played right to the death. They had a chance to win it all.